Hello, I'm Sheila, and this is California Life. Today we're in the all-American city of Lincoln. Lincoln is a part of the Sacramento-Roseville Metropolitan Statistical Area. Glad and McBean and Company is the pottery for which Lincoln is famous. Lincoln offers culture such as the Art of Lincoln, the Lincoln Rodeo, the Lincoln Theater Company, and the Lincoln Area Archives Museum, which contains local artifacts from the Lincoln area and historic items from Glad and McBean. Downtown Lincoln is where you can explore wonderful places to eat, shop, and experience everything downtown has to offer. Here you can rediscover the charm of Main Street, USA, and be transported back to times of friendly neighborhoods and quality personal service. I'm at Blabbermouth Chocolates with owner Gary Kramer. Gary, tell us about how did you get started and tell us about the store.
You know what? It would be a pleasure. So roughly 5 years ago, my wife Darlene said, I'd like to be a chocolatier. I said, okay, what's that entail? She said, well, I need to take courses and then finally get certified as a chocolatier. And I said, okay. So it was a very intense course. It was about 6 to 7 months, plus travel to both Chicago and also to Canada to add to the advancement of that certification. Once certified, I was very surprised, and she said, I'd like to go into business. And I said, really? What brought that on? She said, I'm certified. I'm a chocolatier. I want to go into business. I said, okay, what's your niche going to be? She said, I have no clue. And I said, well, I'm going to tell you what it is. I said, because your final product that you had to make in the class was actually a coffee-infused bonbon. I can still taste it today. It was magnificent. And I thought, can you do the same thing with a chocolate bar? Coffee-infused chocolate bars. And she said, that's a great idea. I said, I know, I'm pretty good, right? So with that, she said, okay, so I have a question for you. I said, what's that? She goes, you and your brother talk a lot. And we grew up in business just as kids and all the way to our whole life working for our dad. And she said, have you told your brother anything that we're kind of talking about building this business? And I said, yeah, guilty, sure. She says, well, you're a blabbermouth. And you need to kind of keep it down. Don't blab to everybody. And I'm thinking, it's like, all right, I'm going to take this like a man. Standing up, I'm a blabbermouth, but I don't know who else is going to get this but myself. But if you eat enough coffee and chocolate bars, you're going to blab a lot because of the caffeine levels in there. Okay. And that's truly how the name began. The logo is even more fun. We had no idea, nor are we designers, about making a logo. So we go online, Mr. Google, my best friend, right? And we found a couple of websites, and this one website said if you put up about $200 or give or take, and kind of a description of what you want this to really put out there to your customers, you'll get designers from all over the world. We did. And at about the third week, this came through. We deemed that person the winner. He got $30 of the $200 that we put up. His name is Doro Faduc. He lives in Bucharest, Romania, and we have since worked with him for over 5 years now. So that was the onset of the business itself. We started in our home for 6 months under the cottage license of the state of California, And then we moved to a location not too far from here, which was strictly wholesale. And we were selling to everything from coffee shops to car dealers to truck stops, hospitals. But to grow, to get into brick and mortars, the only thing we could do was find a physical location. So we did that for 2 years. And then when the lease ran up, we found this wonderful spot right here, which includes now we do retail, we have online sales, and we do wholesale. So we're under about 400 square feet. I know we look like the big chocolate factory in the sky, but we have loved every minute of it. And our customers are fantastic. We've got a great repeat business. And we have some products that we make a lot of fun stuff here. We make these truffles made from this chocolate port wine.
Wow.
We have a wonderful, very buttery tasting toffee. It's an almond toffee. Our chocolate caramels with sea salt are, I mean, right now you should be just salivating. They're so good.
Sounds delicious.
Peanut brittle is delicious, and one of the other products that's behind you is an Italian black cherry coated in a dark chocolate, which is absolutely, it's a bit sour and sweet at the same time. So that's really the essence of the business. We are trying to expand. We would like to have our bars, especially with the caffeination. Each bar is roughly equal to about a cup of coffee in caffeine,
Okay.
except for our double caffeinated French roast, which is roughly about 2+ cups of coffee in this little bar. And it works. It works really well. It's gentle, and it keeps people in all occupations. We've been in tech industries. We've been in hospitals, we're in grocery stores, and everybody out there, I think, needs our coffee and chocolate bars.
Well, that's an exciting story. So I also know that this is a veteran-owned company. So tell us, why is that so important that your customers know that this is veteran-owned?
You know, that's really close to my heart. I think truly the answer is there's a lot of veterans out there. I was in the Vietnam era, but there's many veterans that come back and they're floundering. They really don't have a mission or an idea what they would like to do. I think by putting it out there that yes, it's possible. I think, you know, I love that veterans are so regimented that they have a mission, and if they too can get into business. If any veteran walked through that door today, I would put my hand out to them and show them everything I know about establishing a business. We also spend about 4 times a month now. We're at a Beale Air Force Base with a little shop out there selling to the airmen. And I have to behave myself since I was in the Army, but we love doing it, and they're great customers. Yes.
That's awesome. Well, thank you for your service. Also, we seem to have this fascination with chocolate.
Yeah.
What do you think that fascination is all about?
You know, when we first started the business, we were bantering around. What really is chocolate? Well, a lot of people today, when they're down and they're out and they're just need some fun, chocolate seems to be that 911 answer to all of their needs. It's soothing. It's just like, oh yes, oh my God, chocolate is so good. It's so tasty. It is so rare that somebody walks through my door and we joke and say, what's the password? And they say, oh, chocolate? Yeah, you found the end of the rainbow. But yeah, chocolate does that to people. I think even in the worst of financial times, people have always gone to chocolate to kind of just give them that boost that they needed.
I can definitely relate to that.
Yeah.
So how can we how do you let the customers know how they can stay in contact with your delicious treats?
That's the best question of the day, okay? No, really. We do have a website, and we joke about it that we now have scratch and sniff on our website, right? So you can actually go on there, you can scratch the bar, and you can smell that chocolate.
Oh.
But if not, you can always come to the store.
Okay.
We're big on social media. I'm on Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter. Still today, I think our biggest asset is how we treat customers when they come through the door. We absolutely pamper them to no end. We will go beyond the call of duty to make sure that they walk out the door and then they come back. I think that's important. I know many times I've said you walk in as a customer, you leave as a friend. And that's very true to our really the service that we try to give here.
Well, Gary, thank you so much for taking the time out to share with us more about Blabbermouth.
Yeah.
This was definitely a treat for me. Gary, I would love to sample some of your chocolates.
You know, it'd be a pleasure, but the question we always like to ask is, do you like coffee first?
Well, a big coffee drinker.
Okay. But if possible, and it doesn't have that acidic taste that you probably are not comfortable with, do you think that might help you a little bit?
Absolutely.
Okay, let me do this. We have 7 different bars represented, from the Mocha Java, which is really like that cream and sugar bar, all the way across to the espresso, which is really a strong coffee flavor on your palate, followed by that beautiful Belgian chocolate that we use. So I'm going to start you with a Mocha Java.
Okay.
And from that, I think you'll be able to say, yeah, that's not bad, but we can go a little bit stronger, maybe a little bit stronger, a little bit stronger. A lot of customers come in here, it's like, I'm just not into coffee. It's just not my thing. But you know what? They end up buying some of my stronger coffee bars because that acid taste is gone and it's very palatable.
Okay.
Give it a shot. Smell it a little bit.
Smell it.
And bite off a little bit, and then just go for it.
Okay.
Close your eyes, because you got to let those sensories just pop.
All right. Here
for
goes.
Yeah. And in amongst all this tasting, you're going to get this crunch. And lo and behold, that's the coffee crunch, we call that. Not bad?
I like it.
Get a little bit of coffee?
I think I'll take another bite.
Go for it. Don't take the whole thing. And I'm going to take you a little bit stronger after that.
Melts in your mouth.
Oh, you're killing me. I love it.
Delish.
But you're getting a little bit of coffee, right?
A little bit of coffee.
Not a lot.
Not a lot.
Okay, perfect. Go ahead and finish that.
Okay.
Now, each of the bars has about 90 milligrams of caffeine in it. So, in about a half an hour, you might want to read a novel or something kind of exciting, right? Now, let's try a piece of the Mexican.
Mexican.
Yes. A lot of people walk in here and they just have that in their little heads that there's going to be cinnamon in there, but there's not. We buy our beans by the origin of the company, the country. And that right there comes from Mexico. It's a great bean. It's got a wonderful flavor. It's got a little bit more coffee on your palate than chocolate. Go ahead.
So I should smell it first? Should I do it?
Go for it. Just go for it. Enjoy it.
It smells really good.
You know that smell when you first open up a bag of coffee? That's what you're getting. We're good?
Good.
All right, I'm going to go one more.
One more, okay.
I'm actually going to take you to the Costa Rica.
Costa Rica.
The Costa Rica has just an amazing flavor to it. Definitely coffee forward, followed by that Belgian chocolate. And it's so good.
Smell.
When I get somebody in the store
heavenly.
we get chefs and cooks and wannabe chefs in the house, right? And I can see they're smelling it, they're biting a little bit, and then they're tasting. And they really enjoy it because your palate just comes alive when you taste all the elements that we have in there. So with that said, we're going to switch venues completely.
All right.
I want you to try probably our second biggest selling product in the store. We make a chocolate caramel with a sea salt. It's very predictable on your palate. You start off with the caramel, you get that dark chocolate, and then that sea salt just comes out of it. And just enjoy it. It's fun.
Okay.
Yes.
Here goes.
There you go. And while she's doing that, I want to just regress a little bit. We also make a double caffeinated French roast. This is for the not so faint at heart. It's about 2 cups plus, and it absolutely works. We're in 13 truck stops, and I've got truckers delivering across the United States, keeping awake on these bars. How was that?
Oh,
isn't that amazing?
Yes, this melts in your mouth as well.
Love it. I love it.
So you mentioned that this is your second.
It's our second best-selling
what is
behind
your
the bars.
Behind the bars.
All the bars.
Okay.
And it is really, I can run report after report. They all sell at about the same level. It's really a personal preference when people come in and they walk in. I want that bar. I want that bar. They just get accustomed to one particular coffee.
Well,
and we're always experimenting. Yeah.
Yeah, Gary. Well, thank you so much.
Very welcome.
I think I've become a chocolate connoisseur
after
this.
I hope so. Thank you. Appreciate it.
McBean Memorial Park is home of the Lincoln Potters baseball team during the summer months. During the school year, nearby William Jessup University's baseball team calls McBean Memorial Park home. Beerman Plaza is an outdoor location in the heart of downtown Lincoln. There's a beautiful fountain and small shade trees. Thunder Valley Casino Resort is a winner of the AAA Ford Diamond Award. Thunder Valley has a hotel, casino, spa, dining, live entertainment, and more. I'm with Pete and Carrie of Rancho Roble Winery. Pete, tell us about the winery.
Well, welcome. This is Rancho Roble, which stands for Ranch of Oaks. We're located right outside of Lincoln at the top of the Placer County Wine Trail. There's about 18 different wineries in this area, as well as a number of breweries. It's a great place to come out and rest and relax and enjoy the wonderful wines that we have out in this region.
That's great. So tell us about your wines.
So our wines include Barbera. We grow all of our Barbera grapes here on site. And Barbera is an Italian variety of wine.
Yeah, it is. This is the second largest region in the entire world for the Barbera grape. So Pete says it's called the Pinot in Italy, the Pinot of all wines.
The Pinot Noir of Italy. Yes,
Pinot Noir. Yes.
Oh, wow.
So it's high in acid, low in tannins, and it tastes magnificent.
Oh, that's really great. So tell us what your customers, what is their experience like when they come to your winery?
Well, we're pretty much in the middle of nowhere, but yet we're really easy and fast to get to because we're at the top of the wine trail, as Pete said. Okay. When you come, you have to just get ready to chill, relax, bring your lawn chairs, sit by our beautiful pond, and we'll have a taco truck, music out, we have cornhole, bocce ball, kid friendly, we have a playground, and dog friendly as long as your dog is on a leash.
Wow, it just sounds like there's a lot of activities to do. You know, you can bring your family and your friends. So that's really great.
It's a great place to connect with people of all ages every single day on the weekends as we meet with folks. We learn something new every day.
So tell us, how do your customers stay in tune to your different activities and what's going on here at the winery?
So we're definitely on Facebook, Instagram. We have a beautiful website at Rancho Roble Vineyards. Google us up and take a look, and we can't wait for people to visit.
RanchoRoble.com.
Great. There you have it. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
Rosé is so good.
This is really good.
Isn't it?
It's light,
Yep.
fruity, and
Yep.
refreshing.
Yep. And seriously, it won a gold in San Francisco Chronicle, which is really hard to do. And it's
really
Placer County,
exciting.
Sierra Foothills. So that's what's interesting about this whole region, because it's Sierra Foothills. And so this really is the second largest region for Barbera
Wow, that's
in the
really
world.
exciting.
I mean, that's
It's
exciting.
something to be proud of.
It is. It is for our whole region, you know. And one thing that's very interesting and cool, I think, is the whole Placer County Wine Trail is now coming alive. It's like, you know, here's the wine in your own backyard. And, you know, our tastings are very inexpensive. You get great quality wines. And I think we're really working hard as a whole wine trail to bring people here. There's a really, there's the Goat House, there's Dueling Dogs, really interesting breweries too.
Yeah, I've heard that you have an activity where people can come and paint and
Oh,
sip.
yes.
Can you talk a little bit about that?
Sure, Donna was just out here. So we have activities where we bring a woman who paints, or a gentleman, a painter, and then the paint, you just paint out in the vineyard. And you get to spend the day, we call it a class in a glass.
Class in a glass.
Yeah, you get a glass of wine and then paint and enjoy the scenery and talk with your friends. I also want to do a class in a glass with yoga.
Oh, yoga.
So yoga
okay.
right by the pond out there where you can just sit and relax and do that. So we have a lot of fun ideas.
Well, cheers to that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Twelve Bridges is a neighborhood in Lincoln. There are many homes, some stores, and the city library. with real estate agent Donna Judah. Donna, tell us about this beautiful home.
Well, this home is in a community that's actually an active adult community called Lincoln Hills. It's a Sun City development by Del Webb. And there's actually about 6,800 homes here. People don't realize how big this is.
Wow.
This particular home is a Santa Barbara model. It's got a casita attached, which makes it just about 3,100 square feet.
Very spacious.
It is spacious. It's got a lot of rooms, which is kind of not in style anymore because the great room effect is really in. But the way this home is laid out, it's so open that people still love this floor plan. And it has 3 bedrooms, 3.5 bathrooms, formal living and dining, family room, nook, kitchen, of course, and you've got a laundry room that you'll see later, and a butler's pantry that's my wine room.
Wow, sounds really great for entertaining.
It is. I have lots of parties here.
Okay, sounds like fun. You know what, I would love to take a tour.
Absolutely. Let's do it.
Great. This home is beautifully decorated, and some of the artwork was created by the homeowner, Donna Judah. And this metal sculpture was made by her son. Let's take a look at the master suite. Visit the casita, which Donna uses as an office, which has a full bath. I hope you enjoyed our time in Lincoln. See you next time as we look at California life.